Tra la la tra la tra la la tra la la tra la tra la la tra la la tra la tra la la tra la la tra la tra.
In your snatch is pleasure, boom, she pleasure.
Hi there, Harry Myers, Keith Castle here. Just wanted to stop by real quick and thank everybody who came out to support us either monetarily or physically in person at the Bike MS Pedal to Point.
I agree. Riders and contributors, however you did it, money or physical ability. It was a good time. Everything went well.
Great weather.
It was
Great weather this year.
First time that we have ever had 2 days of perfect weather.
That's because we made that podcast.
I was going to say it's because of the new members, but it could be either.
I think it's because we jinxed it by saying that there was going to be bad weather and convincing everyone it was going to be horrible, when in actuality it was quite nice.
It literally rained right up to I think it rained up to 5 a.m. and then just quit.
Well, team building the night before, we had dinner in a thunderstorm outside under a pavilion.
That's bad.
It was a good time.
It was good.
But I mean, I thought for sure the weather wouldn't hold out, and it ended up being it was a great time. The ride was really comfortable. We had a nice pace. I think we're going to be a lot stronger even next year. We were strong this year.
Yeah. So I was going to comment on people riding, but we'll go into, we'll start that a little bit. We'll start from day one here and go into day two, discuss it a little bit. The first thing was we got new members both days. When we first started, we had David, Jeff, Jamie, and Jenna, right? The four new?
Those are the four.
Mallory.
Mallory,
Mallory,
five.
We had 5 new members, 3 of those females for the team, which is great. And I thought as the ride went on, the females, if we can get them on a road bike,
dedicated,
they're going to fly.
Anybody that has a hybrid or a mountain bike that's riding at that speeds and hanging in with the team, if you have a chance to get a dedicated road bike, you're going to be phenomenal.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I was impressed with everybody's performance.
I was too.
I had a really, really good time watching them enjoy themselves, because
it's
everybody, when you bust your cherry at your first big race, that's an important time for any cyclist. So I really enjoyed it.
How about the jerseys? Everybody, I have enough jerseys now from just buying, but your first year, you always, case in point, you always have to buy the jersey. And when I saw Jenna, Jamie, David, did Mallory? I don't know if Mallory got one, but when
she did.
She did?
I don't think she did.
Okay. No, she didn't. It didn't fit. I think, and she had to give it to Courtney or something like that.
She's like this big.
Yeah, tiny. When you go, when you see the new riders at the table, and they're like, "Where's the jerseys? Where's jerseys?"
They get you pumped up, man.
Which they didn't have any old jerseys, which sucked. But that's good, because that shows that we have a ton more members, or not members, but more participants in the ride. But how about they're like, "Sorry, we don't have any of the $20 to $40 jerseys. All we have are the new $60 ones." Dave, Jenna.
They went all
Jess,
in.
Right away.
All in.
We'll take them. I love that.
I mean, Dave didn't have an excuse though. He's filthy rich.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're helping people keep their grill clean,
that's probably like one tooth cleaning.
Yeah, absolutely. Not even a tooth. It's like a quarter of a tooth. $60. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's
Dave tips his waitress $60. That's how he rolls.
Yeah.
Big spender. Ooh, we got new
already.
We're up to like 253 likes on this site.
It went up 100 just over the ride weekend.
Yeah, so I mean, to say that I'm flattered as a member of the team that we have that many people that are coming out to support us and check out what we're doing, I think it's very flattering. It's a great thing.
I told Harry day 2 we were riding, and I think it was in about mile 50, I think, and I told him, I said I couldn't believe when it was just the 5 before the fan page, before when it was just us in the house, and I think we're doing a good job of keeping it very personal.
Mm-hmm.
But when it was just us with all the Coudrons and everybody, it was that we're still keeping that. But I remember when it started from that, and now we have the fan page, we have the group page. We're looking at website, we're looking at the fundraising and the new members, and it's gone so far in such a short time. You could still find our timeline without clicking on the old posts. So it's that young.
What's wild is that for the people that are on the team, the actual members that come out and we ride with, it still is very personal. There's a very personal connection there. To say that that I'm close friends with everybody on this team is an understatement. I mean, I care about any of these people. If someone called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, I need you to help me put my roof on my house," I would be there.
It is like a family.
It is. It's a very tight group.
Yeah.
And that's part of what makes it so worthwhile to me. Aside from the fact that I just really love the bicycle, you build relationships, friendships that they don't go away.
No.
And even though you'll hear guys grumble, complain about each other on the route or whatever because you're wanting to go faster and they're going slower, or you're wanting to go slower and they're going faster. It's like it didn't happen. It gets squashed so quick because everyone's just so tight. So it's a great thing. It really is. And I to say that I enjoy it is a drastic understatement. I really I love being on this team. I'm proud of it. So
yeah, it was fun this year too. It was
best year.
Yeah, day 2. First of all, we got asked by several people about the GoPros, which the one lady thought we were actually recording as a documentary for multiple sclerosis from the society, and I said no, it's just a bunch of
we're documenting for our purposes.
Cameras.
This is for us.
We have that many cameras, so we did that. I like that she commented about that, but how many people were asking about because the one lady because of Yvonne, because of Jake, in the SAG. And the music and everything, and she saw the atmosphere, and she just said, I wanted to be a part of that. And how many people did that over the course of the days? That's when we picked up, I forgot the 2 guys' names.
I think it's Jeff and John.
I think you're right.
I mean, let's be honest here, okay? 2011 was the same way. 2012 was kind of rough because our SAG driver was not able to make it.
That's right.
We still had a good year, but it definitely wasn't the same. Now, that being said, this year was a huge team building year, and I mean, people take notice when you're having a good time and when you have what we have, which is logistically we're loaded for bear. So, I personally think that no other team even compares.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of other teams that have fun. They do their own thing. We got to ride with Craig's Crankers for a little bit.
Oh, they were great.
They were a good group. They were high energy and whatnot. But, we bring just something a little bit different. Just there's a little bit of an edge there that we've got. And people take notice. I'd like to put a shout out to Bike MS for actually coming on the website, on the fan page, the Facebook fan page.
That's
and
big.
Just give us a shout out. That meant a lot to us. That was huge. So, I don't know. Anything else you want to add?
Just I like the pickups on the people, the pickups of the riders on day 2. We had those 2 guys. We had Yvonne. I think it's Yvonne. Could you check?
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's her.
I don't think it's a vet. I'd remember a vet.
No, because it sounds like Chevette.
Yeah.
Like the little car.
There was one on the ride.
Chevy
There was one on the ride at the gas station when we.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, when we merged on by the
I haven't seen
railroad.
one of those cars in forever.
I know this one didn't have a rear, like bumper or center, but I remember the 3 taillights, 3 squares.
You know why? Because it's from a high.
Right. It's probably road legal. Anyway, I liked how many people we picked up that day. Shelby, yeah, that's her name. Shelby, we picked her up. Bunch of people. We did great with.
The one to ride with us, that means a lot to us. We like the people think that we're a fun bunch.
Yeah.
Because we think we're a fun bunch. If we didn't think we were a fun bunch, we wouldn't call ourselves the fun bunch.
Right. No, it was good though. We picked up a lot of people.
It is Yvonne. See,
Yvonne.
There she is, right there.
We picked up a bunch of good people, good members. Who's the middle guy? He was from
Jeff. I think Jeff's last name I believe is Weissel.
Looks like it.
or Wessel.
Wessel.
Great guy. Him
He
and his
was.
brother both
Really
really,
good.
really fun guys. I hope that they
Yeah.
come and ride with us again next year. If you're watching this, you better be there. We want you out.
And we're going to have jerseys next year. We are working on those right now. So
That
we
is
are
in the
gonna have
process of
jerseys.
happening. We've been saying it for 3 years. We're going to do it. Well, guess what? Now we're
We
doing
are.
it.
And we have an artist working on it. David. David's on top of that.
David is on top of it. I think that a team jersey will not only promote the team in the public eye, but I believe it will promote team unity
I do
and
too.
morale. There's nothing like putting on a jersey that has your team name on it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that will be huge for us to have the team jerseys.
I do
That will
too.
be happening. Stand by. If you're on the team and you're watching this, there will be details about that on the
Yeah.
actual closed group where we communicate. And then over time, if you're not seeing it on there, you'll see it on the fan page for sure, because I'm sure we'll talk about it once they come out, because we're going to be pretty proud of that. So.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a good time. But, yeah, I thought the ride was great. I thought perfect weather. The route was good. Everybody, just for you guys that watch us, I know that everybody, maybe first-timers, are like, that sucked going into the finish. There is no good way to get to that town, and trust me, they tried an alternate way last year, and it sucked.
Well,
we
you know
almost
what?
wrecked on it.
That aside, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're having trouble with hills, you need to come down here and train with us. After riding, I'm telling you, after training down here and learning how to
You'll be
climb
fine.
properly, I was not impressed with the hills this year. In fact, the course was kind of boring as far as hills were concerned, because, I mean, I was mauling them. Stuff that I had problems with before that we talked about in our earlier podcast,
Right.
I just remember them being a lot bigger. They were definitely not as big.
And feel free for the people that, if you want to join the group, or if you're on the group already, post your rides to the group page so that we can see what you're doing. We can give you some suggestions. Our rides are usually anywhere from 1,500 to 3,500 feet of climbing. They're usually about 20 to 40 miles. And like Harry said, we have hills here. There's a 3-mile hill in Wheeling. 3-mile hill at like a 10% grade. We handle them fine. That's what you need. And look at the training to see what you want, and come down with us. We'd love to have you ride.
If you need lodging or whatever, there's not a team member on this team that's going to tell you can't stay with one of us.
Right.
So if you want to come down here and train, we'd be glad to put you up and be glad to go ride with you. I love riding my bicycle. It gives me an excuse to go out. If you can't, if you can climb down here, you can climb anywhere.
Yeah.
Plus, we got people like Courtney and Ryan, Jeff, all those guys helped coach me and teach me, how to use the gears and use the bike to my advantage to make me a better climber. And I feel like I can climb anything now.
I thought I told you to.
No, well, Keith is a good climber, but Keith does not like to coach. You know why? Because Keith's head gets like this big. It's like a pumpkin.
That's not
You got a
true.
big pumpkin head.
That's not true.
No, but anybody on this team will help you, and they would be glad to work with you. So if you need someone to work with you, we would be glad to do that.
He's not kidding about the lodging either. We would be happy to have you, any of the team members. I would be nervous a little bit because of a possible theft within the house, but I realize that with my ability, you can't actually steal skill. So I'm fine with anybody
it hurts
staying
me
at
right
the house.
here.
I'm happy with anybody staying at the house.
Yeah,
So.
people. It's a funny thing about people with bicycles, and John Warwick will tell you, people with bicycles are willing to welcome other bicyclists in their home because it's a different kind of human being. It really is. So think about coming down to West Virginia for a training ride. We'd love to have you. We're going to be posting some upcoming stuff. We're working on a couple projects. We're talking about a ride from Wheeling area to Mile and a High out to Abby's grave site, which is going to be huge for me
That'll be a good
personally,
ride.
and I know for her dad and her uncles and whatnot, that's going to be a big deal. So we're working on that, and we'll be posting updates as time goes on.
Yep.
Other than that, I think that's about it. I appreciate you guys watching, and hope to talk to you again soon.
Yep. We'll see you later.
People.